From the very outset of my administration, improving the energy independence of our Commonwealth has been a major objective. Much effort has been placed on creating a vision that we call Intelligent Energy Choices for Kentucky's Future, where we're concentrating on efficient and sustainable energy solutions throughout the state. As part of this focus, the Energy in Education Collaborative has been formed. This collaborative, supported by the Kentucky Department for Energy Development and Independence, includes the Kentucky Energy Efficiency Program for Schools, the Kentucky Green and Healthy Schools Program, the National Energy Education Project, and the Kentucky School Boards Association. Through KSBA's School Energy Managers Project, dozens of school energy managers are working in schools across our state. Remarkably, in just their first 6 months on the job, these school energy managers have identified significant dollar savings for our school districts.
Let's save energy. It's up to you and me.
I'm very pleased today to talk to you about one of KSBA's most exciting initiatives. You're about to see and hear from a group of school board members, legislators, superintendents, and students whose attitudes and behaviors toward energy have been completely changed by this project.
Let's save energy for our country.
Kentucky School Board Association really stood up and took on the initiative of the energy efficiency and conservation part of the legislation in making sure that school districts were enrolled in how we can conserve and save energy, and also be a partner in how we ought to be renovating and building new buildings as well to be more energy efficient and conservation, and to save on energy costs that can be put back into the bottom line. So I saw this as an opportunity because I do think Kentucky is uniquely positioned to be a national and international leader in the energy field.
Now is the time to show our pride. Now is the time. Now is the time.
Well, the program has evolved since its initial inception. We've really had only about 6 months of actual operations with school energy managers out in the school districts, and there've already been over $1 million of savings there. As much as this program is about saving money, it's even more about providing a better learning environment for the kids. And the kids are able to look at their school as a system and begin to get interested in how does energy come into the school, what is the energy used for in the school, and how can it be used more efficiently.
Saving energy, conserving energy is a very healthy habit to teach. I mean, it does not take an engineer to turn off a light switch. It simply takes behavior and awareness.
It's election cocky weather, stripping store windows, turning off the lights and turning on the sun. All these things go on, but just you wait and see how much you'll save. You'll save.
A critical need is the education of teachers and students in the buildings to help us become much more energy conscious and much better stewards of energy in our school facilities. So school boards need to lead that and need to expect it and need to see reports on a regular basis.
We're just kids. What does energy management mean to us?
In a time when budgets are being slashed, every dollar that we can put back into the classroom will go towards the education of our children that we represent.
50% of those savings per school would go back into that school for non-reoccurring expenses such as furniture, computers, technologies, things that the principal would decide that they'd like to use.
Let's save energy. It's up to you and me. Let's save energy for our country.
We have been talking about energy for several years, but until the recent energy managers came on board, it was not a primary focus. It was one project at a time, and now it has become a primary focus of our district. We worked with Trane and renovated our high school through a performance contract. That was a very good decision by our board.
It has given me great pleasure to travel throughout Kentucky to recognize top-rated Energy Star schools. Because of the School Energy Managers Project, efforts have increased in energy management, and I expect to be recognizing more schools over the next year for achieving the WOW scores. I've learned of various efforts made through this program, from energy awareness days to vending miser projects, as well as the initial formation of student energy teams. The curriculum resources available from NEED and Green and Healthy Schools have been greatly enhanced in the classroom because of the involvement of the energy managers. Altering behaviors takes all of our efforts. If we expect to make long-lasting changes, we need to focus on this generation and their understanding of sustaining renewable resources. I encourage students to apply what they're learning to their homes. There are simple steps that can make a significant difference.
Now is the time to show our pride. Now is the time. Now is the time.
We're so fortunate to have the energy managers that now become the eyes and ears of the school district looking at these issues. Whereas in the past, we just simply did not have the staff nor the expertise to be able to look at those things intelligently.
We see our energy managers as part of our team, a great resource that we can turn to ask the questions and help us understand where we are now, where we could be in the future. And I think the energy managers brought a trust level that is there that you can't measure in monetary funds at all. And I think it's going to make a difference with us long term.
The challenge is to recognize that this is not a one-time effort, but it is an initiative that will need to be continued in order that those savings that have been identified will continue.
As we emerge from these times of economic stress, it's important that we continue to focus on energy management as a means to provide additional resources for the teaching and learning in our classrooms. Our continued success in this area is dependent upon support from all stakeholders: superintendents, school board members, teachers and other school staff, and of course, the primary beneficiaries of all of our efforts to improve Kentucky schools, our students. I encourage you to carefully evaluate how you can contribute to these efforts. And on behalf of the people of our great Commonwealth, I thank you for your diligent work on this issue.